And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protectors.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
At 11 this Thursday night, Rock Sound International Airport, now the latest Family Island facility to undergo major upgrades as the government inks a multi-million-dollar deal. Prime Minister Davis makes a charge to the business community as he opens up the Bahamas Business Outlook. But first, our big story. A lot of political excitement this Thursday night. It's decision night for the PLP as the party chooses more candidates. Those stories, the days of the news. This late night, Thursday, January 15th, 2026. Thank you for staying up late with us. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. The PLP's headquarters buzzing with activity tonight as political hopefuls face the Candidates Committee pitching their plan to secure ratification for the upcoming general elections. In fact, things just quieting down a short time ago, but our Desmond Saunders remains on the ground and joins us this late night with more.
I'm coming to you from the Progressive Liberal Party headquarters in Farragut Road, where top contenders were locked in to closed-door meetings with members of the Candidates Committee, making their case to represent the party in the upcoming general election. Businessman Obi Roberts, no comment or word from him as yet. Clint Watson, veteran broadcaster, contender for the Southern Shores constituency, confident, very confident of securing the nomination for the Southern Shores constituency. Everything has been cleared away. Earlier, there was a raucous group of supporters, electric group of supporters supporting both Mr. Clint Watson and Mr. Obi Roberts. No final word or decision has been made as it stands right now. We will continue to keep you updated and informed about these evolving events. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
So a long night, electric night, but still no decision yet. We will, of course, continue to follow the story. Thank you, Desmond. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, said he was unsure who would appear before the committee. He said the party hopes to confirm all of its candidates soon.
We're getting toward a quick conclusion because the Prime Minister wants to wrap this up before the end of the month. And then the NGC will have it, and then we'll go from there.
Tribune President Robert Dupuch-Caron did the honorable thing after pulling back from his pursuit of the Progressive Liberal Party's nomination in the Maikal constituency, and that according to the Prime Minister and PLP party leader, the Honorable Philip Davis. Dupuch-Caron notified PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell of his intentions in a letter, noting it does not lessen his commitment to the Southern Bahamas. His company, the Bahamas Aviation Climate and Severe Weather Network, last year signed a $400 million heads of agreement with the government. Prime Minister Davis addressed Dupuch-Caron's withdrawal on the sidelines of this morning's Bahamas Business Outlook.
It's a leading personality for the nomination, but regrettably, he spoke to me and he recognizes that because of what he's doing for the country, through the program Backswing that he has, that there might be potential conflicts along the way. And he did the honorable thing and said, let me step aside, but I'm going to support you and whoever you put it.
Also here at 11, what kind of country are we building and what kind of future are we preparing people to inherit? Those were the questions the Prime Minister put this morning to senior government officials, business leaders, and institutional stakeholders during his keynote address to the Bahamas Business Outlook, also sharing what his administration is doing to secure the country's future. Cleopatra Murphy was there.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis is touting his administration's investment in infrastructure and energy reform, factors he says are crucial to the country's future economic growth.
An economy moves at the speed of its connections. Airports, ports, roads, clinics, hospitals, digital systems, and energy grids determine whether investment slows or stalls. For decades, Bahamian businesses carried the cost of outdated systems, high energy prices, unreliable supply, aging infrastructure. Those costs reduce competitiveness and discourage expansion.
The nation's leader was addressing the 35th Annual Bahamas Business Outlook at the Bahamar Convention Center Thursday. Along with modernizing the electrical grid, reducing unemployment to the lowest it has been in more than a decade, and undertaking land reform, he says government invested in critical human capital.
Talent multiplies investment, skill compounds growth, and again, confidence fuels innovation. Through national upskilling, apprenticeships, technical training, and expanded access to education at every stage of life, we are preparing Bahamians to compete in a world that is changing faster than any generation before ours.
Prime Minister Davis says when his administration took office, the Bahamas was emerging from overlapping crises, but today the country has moved from fragile rebound to sustainable expansion. Tackling affordability is now where the administration's focus is, with the Prime Minister noting the expanded access to health care and efforts to support food security. To the business community, he says government has done its part to remove barriers, invest where markets cannot, and prepare people. The Prime Minister says businesses should build, train, and compete, but growth requires partnership.
The Bahamas has the opportunity to lead in energy transition, maritime services, creative enterprise, climate adaptation and mitigation, financial services, and technology-enabled businesses. But leadership requires intention. It requires patience. It requires resisting short-term noise in favor of long-term gain.
The Prime Minister is insisting stakeholders are now in the position to build the country they want. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Cleo, at that very same forum, the business community also heard from United States Ambassador to the Bahamas, His Excellency Herschel Walker, who again assured the Bahamas will always have a friend in the U.S. Outside of that, he says the U.S. is committed to long-term investment in the nation that will allow Bahamians to thrive. He highlighted $276 million in financing from the U.S. Export-Import Bank in the last 2 years, and Starlink providing affordable internet to the Family Islands, adding that investment from American businesses is fueling tourism in this country.
This in turn is creating jobs, and I'm happy to see so many Bahamians employed by top-tier American companies like Hyatt, Citadel Bank, and FedEx. And I have a few companies in mind I'd like to bring here as well. I recently toured the Royal Caribbean new $200 million beach club, and I look forward to visiting the $50 million Western Atlantic University School of Medicine in Freeport. And if SpaceX can resume its Falcon 9 takeoff and landing in Exuma Sound, the opportunities can put the Bahamas on the world stage as leaders in the future of space economics, an opportunity that is estimated at over $1 billion.
Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Alquitas, indicated at today's Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing that coupled with the growth in the local economy, which the International Monetary Fund recently revised from under to over 2%, the government remains very confident that it can absorb any revenue loss tied to the upcoming value-added tax reduction. When asked if consideration is being made to remove that from medication, the minister says the government will continue to analyze that possibility.
The trend is there's several things in the works. We are expanding the national prescription drug plan. Minister of Health has indicated that we expect to see that well in excess of 150,000 individuals enrolled where they can have medications free. We're also calling on the private sector, particularly, I will say, pharmaceutical retailers, if you go and you purchase a prescription, you'd look on your bill and you'll see something called a dispensary fee, which in many cases is more than the VAT. This is something that we are analyzing at the Consumer Protection Commission. It is our view, definitely it is my view, that it is arbitrary. And so we're asking them as well to look within themselves and see how they can have some cost savings.
We have a lot more to get to this late night. In a moment, Education opens a new multimedia center. We'll have that story plus the days of the news on the other side of the break.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
What do I have in my biggie bag? Fries, nuggets, a chicken sandwich, an apple pie, a free apple pie. It also comes with a drink. You know what? A biggie bag a day keeps the hunger away.
For a limited time only, get a free apple pie with the purchase of the biggie bag.
Ready to insure your ride? Our new website is ready for you. Visit jsjohnson.com. Select coverages, go to Motor, and click Get a Quote. We've made it easier than ever to request a quote online. Fill in all the required fields. When you're done, hit Submit. You'll receive a response via email within 24 hours. Visit jsjohnson.com today.
To some other items making news now this late night. The Davis administration's made its Family Island Renaissance project a key priority. The project includes major upgrades to more than a dozen airports across the country, as well as surrounding infrastructure. Today, the government inked its latest deal that will see major work done to the airport in South Eleuthera. Coming to office, this administration has sought to expand and accelerate airport development across the country. To date, 3 airports have already been completed on Ragged Island, Meguana, and Great Harbor Key, with ongoing work at 10 others. This contract agreement for more than $14.5 million signed Thursday with Apex Pavers Company Limited now adds Rock Sound Eleuthera International Airport to that fold.
This contract will deliver major airside works at Rock Sound International Airport. It includes reconstruction and overlay of the existing runway to meet ICAO standards, upgraded navigational aids that support night operations, improved drainage, perimeter fencing, runway apron solar lighting, and new striping for the runway and associated areas.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis underscoring that improving Rock Sound's airport removes a major barrier. Adding infrastructure is how opportunity reaches people, he says.
It shapes whether businesses can expand, whether families can travel with ease, whether investors can commit with confidence, and whether emergency services can respond quickly when time matters.
Apex Pavers principal Willie Simmons seems excited to get the project going, but was not yet ready to commit to a definite timeline.
The contract states 12 months, but we're going to be aggressive with it and see if we could bring that timeline down. I don't want to give a definite date as we haven't commenced yet. So once we get started, we'll be able to firm up our completion dates.
Once work starts and the project in full swing, Simmons expects engaging up to 70 workers. Deputy Prime Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper, who has responsibility for aviation, is optimistic about the economic opportunities this will mean for South Eleuthera. Equally thrilled, the administration is marking yet another milestone.
So Eleuthera, in summary, is truly on the move. Our family islands are on the move, and our administration is committed to providing the infrastructure and the platform for growth to expand opportunities, not just in Nassau, but all across the family islands.
Gathered with family, friends, educators, and former students, the Ministry of Education today honored the life and legacy of an influential pioneer. Formerly known as the Multimedia Unit of the Learning Resources Section, it has officially been renamed the Horace K. Wright Multimedia Unit. Wright was a visionary educator, accomplished artist, and a trailblazer in school broadcasting and audio visuals. He transformed how teaching and learning materials were created, shared, and experienced across this country. Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, boasts that Mr. Wright's greatest legacy lives on through the countless lives he mentored and inspired.
I look at the students of this great man, and that is a testimony or a sermon in itself. Such incredible Bahamians produced under the watch of this man. To those who he mentored and whose lives he influenced, for every passion he expelled, every energy he gave to this beautiful nation, we celebrate that today. As it relates to this section or unit, the Learning Resources Section, this is one of the most critical agencies in the Ministry of Education.
Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell reflected on Wright's foresight, noting that long before modern education tools became common, he understood the importance of creative spaces for teachers.
Leadership helped establish the audio-visual unit, which later evolved into the Learning Resources Section, an institutional commitment to supporting teachers through materials, media, and professional tools. Importantly, long before it became common knowledge in education, Mr. Wright understood that teachers needed dedicated spaces. Spaces to plan, to experiment, to create content, and to collaborate. On a personal note, as a teaching practice student in 1994, I and my classmates used this very center to develop instructional content for our subject areas. Anybody else? How many persons can remember the opaque projector?
All right, also here at 11, let's mark the date together. Starting January 25th, the Bahamas Customs and Excise Department will celebrate International Customs Day with a week of activities, joining customs administrations around the world in recognizing the important work they do. The week's observance begins with a church service that focused on purpose and service beyond the uniform.
Each year, the WCO observes a day during which it highlights its roles and function. And this year, International Customs Day will be focusing on the theme, Customs Protecting Society through Vigilance and Commitment.
An educational exhibition designed to help the public better understand what Customs does is among the week's activities. Comptroller Ralph Monroe notes that Customs work goes far beyond port of entry checks, covering a wide range of responsibilities that help protect the country as well as support trade.
We are more than that. For instance, let's look at intellectual property. How many Bahamians know that we have a responsibility to protect intellectual property? If you have a trademark, for instance, we protect your trademark, ensuring that persons don't infringe your right in bringing in goods without your permission. And we also are responsible to ensure that all goods that come into the country are goods that are not prohibited, like I say again, and restricted because it is one of public safety.
All right, so let's remember together. It starts January 25th, Customs Week. The Bahamas tonight at 11 turns to sports next. Eugene Stewart here with a preview of what's ahead.
The Bahamas Golf Classic wrapping up its competition over at the Ocean Club Golf Course. Details of that story up ahead in sports.
Wait, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Did you know that 1/3 of all traffic fatalities occur as a result of excessive speed? Excessive speed impedes a driver's point of perception, which affects braking distance. In the inner city, residential areas, and high pedestrian traffic areas, the speed limit ranges from 15 to 25 miles per hour. On the outskirts of the island, especially where a sign is not posted, the law dictates that the speed limit shall be 30 miles per hour. The maximum speed limit for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas is 45 miles per hour. Here are some safety tips for you. Avoid aggressive and distracted driving. Reduce excessive speed and drive at the appropriate speed to suit the current road conditions. Avoid operating a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or drugs. Be vigilant and always maintain good visibility of the road, and be mindful of other road users, such as pedestrians. Leave out in a timely manner to compensate for potential traffic delays. Even one life lost to traffic fatality is one life lost too many. On behalf of the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, please slow down.
This public service announcement is brought to you by FG Insurance Agents and Brokers, the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports after 3 days of competition over at the one and only Ocean Club. A winner was crowned at the 2026 Corn Ferry Tour Bahamas Golf Classic. We hit the greens with our Eugene Stewart, and he let us know who walked away with the title and the tour win in this report.
4 rounds of high-level golf came to a close at the Ocean Club Golf Course as the Bahamas Golf Classic wrapped up yesterday. As for the competition, tied for third, Trent Phillips and Jeff Overton, both at 23 under par, each carding 265s. Roger Sloan finishing second at 24 under par, posting a 264, and delivering the performance of his career would be Taylor Dixon, who would finish at 27 under par with a 261 while pulling away with a late 3-stroke lead. We hear from the season opener champ on his performance.
It's unbelievable. If you'd have told me I won 3 times on the Corn Ferry a few years ago, I would have probably thought you were crazy. But it's just a surreal feeling, and I couldn't be more excited. 72 holes with no bogeys, not what I envisioned happening, but it's nice when you don't go backwards. Family wasn't there for the first 2. One was down in Chile, and then Wichita. I was playing not great golf either going into that, so I told them there's no need to fly out and watch me, and then I win, which is golf. So, no, I'm just so excited. I'm happy she's here. We're going to go have some good dinner, and we're going to have a good time.
Next up for the Corn Ferry Tour is the Great Abaco Classic, set for January 18th through 21st at the Abaco Club on Winding Bay, Great Abaco. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Eugene Stewart.
Thanks, Gene. In college basketball news, A.J. Storr with a major performance last night as his Ole Miss Rebels would take down their SEC foe, the Georgia Bulldogs, in an instant classic. Storr with a season's best 27 points along with 8 rebounds, 4 assists and 3 steals. That would help spark the Rebels to a buzzer-beating 97-95 win in overtime. Now Storr, who after some tough words from head coach Chris Baird earlier in the season, has seemed to turn the corner with his second straight 20-point game after scoring 26 in the previous matchup against Missouri. The Rebels advanced to 10-7 on the year and 500 in the SEC. Their next showdown slated for Saturday against their in-state rival Mississippi State. Also, with another strong performance on the collegiate circuit, working his way back from injury is Syracuse's forward Donnie Freeman. Freeman with a game-high 25 points, pulling down 8 rebounds, picking up 3 steals and dishing out 2 assists in 34 minutes of playing time in the Orange's 94-86 win over Florida State. Following the team's third straight victory, the Orange improved to a 12-5 record and a 3-1 mark in conference play. His latest 25-point outing marked his 5th game of the season, scoring 20-plus points and 3rd straight this season. It was also the 2nd highest scoring total for him this year. Now, Freeman has missed some games earlier in the season, but is averaging a career-high 20 points and 6 rebounds per game. From the core to the gridiron, still at the collegiate ranks, Bahamian defensive back Corey Moss announcing that he will be entering the transfer portal with 4 years of eligibility remaining. This after playing sparingly in his freshman season with the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Moss had a decorated high school career for Rabun Gap in Georgia, where he earned all-state honors as a senior, recording 60 tackles and 2 interceptions, and was rated a 3-star recruit by Rivals.com. And finally, in soccer news, the Bahamas Football Association has officially launched Footsteps, a new in-school soccer program designed to introduce preschool-age children to the fundamentals of football in a fun, structured, and age-appropriate environment. Targeting K3 to K5 students, Footsteps is tailored for preschools and early childhood institutions, particularly those without access to on-campus playing facilities. The program integrates football into the school curriculum as a physical education activity, with sessions hosted at the Roscoe Davies Fields and the Beach Soccer Stadium. Through guided play and basic skill development, Footsteps focuses on movement, coordination, and confidence building while encouraging an early love for physical activity and sport. The program runs for 10 weeks with 1-hour sessions per week, requires a minimum of 6 students per participating school. And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Brent from CBS Bahamas. Listen, if you're a contractor or tradesman, you want to be a part of our Preferred Contractors program. By enrolling in our Preferred Contractors program, you'll save 10% automatically at both of our locations. And guess what? The more you spend, the more you save. That discount can increase. Register today at cbsbahamas.com/register using your trade name to be automatically enrolled.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
And here we are once again at the eve of another weekend. Time to take a look at our weather forecast. And for that, we head over to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean.
Good evening, Carvel. We have a cold front that has been promised. It's now making its way into the central Bahamas, and eventually later on tonight that will push into the southeastern parts of our country, taking those rain showers with it as well. Behind that, clearing skies expected over the northwest Bahamas, which will lead to some chilly temperatures, particularly tomorrow night, where we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s. And temperatures around the islands are just now 68 degrees in Marshall, Babaco, Green Turtle Key at 64. Also Freeport, Grand Bahama, 64 degrees. Berry Island, 72. Alisson, Bimini, 69 degrees. In Harbor Island, 73. Roxanne, Eleuthera, 77. Otterstown, Cat Island, also at 77. Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, North Andros at 74. Freshfield, Central Andros, 73 degrees. But all of these temperatures are going to drop later on tonight. as that cold front continues to move towards the southeast. San Salvador 77 and Key also 77. Georgetown, Exuma at 78. Ragged Island, Cloudstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island at 78. Betsy Bay, Magona, and Ackland 79. The warm spot tonight is Matchy, Tananagua at 81 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 80 degrees. Forecast tonight, we're looking at strong winds, mainly clear skies in the northwestern parts of the country, with a low temperature getting down to a chilly 61 degrees. And tomorrow, breezy in the morning, otherwise mostly sunny with less humid conditions. The high temperature tomorrow, look at that, 71 degrees, so you certainly need some sweaters tomorrow. And then extended weather forecast looking like this. Skies open up tomorrow, but come Saturday, that frontal system is going to back up over the northwest Bahamas, so we will see an increase in clouds and even some shower activity again. And then come Sunday in the afternoon, that front will then push back towards the south again, and that will usher in some cooler temperatures. So we'll see those temperatures once that second front goes through, dropping back down into the low 60s as of Monday and Tuesday of next week. Carvel?
So at least for tonight, bundle up and stay warm. Thanks a lot, Basil. And thank you for being with us this late night. That's our broadcast. I'm Corval Pai from Fahamajal. Basil and our entire team. Take care, be well, and remember, we'll be lucky to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.